All right, welcome to our second instalment of the Railway Precinct works. As you can see behind me, we've got well and truly away on Cusack Street here, with the footpath in, curb and channel in, drainage complete. Over the next week, you'll see us starting to profile down the asphalt, so that's removing the top layer of asphalt, and that enables us to install a rock base. That gives us a clean cut surface to run from one curb to the other. After that profiling work's done, we'll be moving to the opposite side of the street, and the same works will be completed there. So it'll be the footpath, it'll be the drainage, it'll be the curb and channel again. One of the other major projects within this piece of work is the northeast water main upgrades. So those works will start in early March. The first part of those works is the connection of the existing line to the new line, and that has to happen in Oven Street. So there'll be a partial closure of Oven Street, which is currently booked for the 10th of March. So that will have a bit of an impact on traffic. We just need to work our way through that, and we'll give plenty of notice to people as these things come up. The final bit, we really wanted to thank all the residents here. They've been great to work with so far. We understand that there's been lots of times when you possibly haven't been able to get into your driveways, etc. Really good communication with the contractors, and we appreciate everyone's time and patience on that. As we said, we're going to answer some questions, so apologies, I'll look down at my phone to get the questions as we go through. But first question comes from Ryan. It's about the mountain bike tracks that were removed by council some time ago. Ryan, there's some works happening in that space. That sits with a different team at the moment, but I do know that we are working quite hard, particularly on the BMX pump track, which ends up in that Wangaratta precinct along Mitchell Avenue there, and we'll have some outcomes for that very shortly. Jack and Robin both asked about, are we building a new train line, or is this a bus depot and a train line? I get the comedy in it, that sometimes we definitely have plenty more buses than we do trains. We're certainly just worried about our piece of work, and we'll let VicTrack and V-Line worry about the trains and how they operate. Anne has asked about the flooding issues that are caused on the other side of the street, so at Cusack and Spearing Street. We do have a project in this year's budget. It will be going to the February council meeting, hopefully for award there, and then we'll see some works in that street. So that will be to increase the parking areas there. It will be to install some better drainage and also some curb and channel, and hopefully we solve your problems there, Anne. We've been a lot of talk also about car parking spaces and how many are actually being removed. So from the all-day point of view, we're actually removing 12 spaces from the opposite side of the street here. We add in additional spaces further down, and also 2 disabled spaces up close to the station. At the moment, there is no disabled parking. Now, once again, it's not on council to provide parking for V-Line, VicTrack, etc., but we do feel that that is a public service that we should be able to supply some overflow parking, and we're also adding additional parks into Cusack Street. Once again, all up, those numbers of lost parking for that all-day parking is approximately 10. Final one is a little bit around off topic of this subject, but it's to do with Oven Street, and in particular the plantings on Oven Street. Council are well aware that those trees have not fared well over those few 44-degree days that we've had, and I don't think a lot of people fared well over those days. There is certainly an irrigation system in there. There has been additional water given to those trees. We are hoping that they will survive. They're certainly not dead yet, even though they look like they are quite brown at the moment, but we believe they will come back. There is a large investment in irrigation within this project, and we also have quite a bit of work that's gone into making sure that we've got plants that will tolerate dry weather. So we hope that we've solved some of those issues within this project as well. And as we plan for more of those hot days with climate change, etc., the more trees and the more greening we can do into these areas will actually drop the temperature down. So they'll give us more shaded areas, and they help to alleviate the heat from coming up through the large concreted areas or large asphalted areas such as the road.